All right, so listen to this. We're going deep on this story about this Nigerian musician, Habib Okikiola, but everyone calls him Portable.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
Well, yeah, he's been in the news a lot lately, and not for good reasons.
Yeah.
It's February 2025, and it seems like every time I look, there's another article in Punch about him.
Punch. That's
Yeah, the Nigerian newspaper.
right. Yeah, of course.
It's like celebrity problems, accusations of assault, the whole legal drama thing.
Yeah, it's a case that I think really shows how power and fame kind of get messed up, especially in a place like Nigeria.
Well, let's rewind to February 5th.
Oh.
Okay, so Portable is accused of, leading this attack on 3 town planners.
Wow.
And these aren't just some random people. They're actually government officials.
Yeah.
They were at Portable's bar doing their jobs.
Oh, wow.
And this is where it gets interesting because it really plays into that whole celebrity privilege thing.
Right. Does fame mean you're above the law? It's a question that keeps coming up. And I think the way Portable reacted, going into hiding right after it happened, that just makes people wonder even more.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
No. And then you've got the Egan state government. They came out and publicly called him like a serial dissident, an unrepentant rascal.
Ouch!
Yeah, that's not just a little scolding. That's like a serious condemnation from, a powerful group.
Yeah, it's got to sting.
And things just kept escalating. The police, they put out a warrant for his arrest. Portable was wanted. And eventually he turned himself in at the Lagos State CID.
So what do you make of that?
Well, I wonder what his thinking was there. Was he really trying to do the right thing, or was it more like a PR move to make himself look better?
Interesting.
Either way, now he's facing a whole bunch of charges. It's like a laundry list: conspiracy assault, unlawful detention, even accusations of having weapons like cutlasses and guns.
Seriously.
And then to top it off, there's this charge of conduct likely to cause harm. It really paints a picture of a chaotic situation.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
So, what happens next?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how the prosecution handles all these charges, especially since Portable has pleaded not guilty to every single one.
Wow, so he's fighting everything.
Yeah, his lawyers have a lot of work ahead of them.
And to make things even tougher, the court set his bail at a whopping N2 million.
That's a lot of money.
What do you think that means?
Well, it could mean a few things. Maybe the court sees these alleged crimes as very serious. Maybe they want to make sure he shows up for his court dates. Or maybe it's a way of showing everyone that they're taking this case very seriously.
So a lot to think about there. And we haven't even talked about the 9 people who were arrested with Portable. What's going on with them?
Yeah, they're facing their own set of charges, things like felony assault, obstruction of justice, and conduct likely to cause a breach of the peace.
So similar to Portable's charges, but not exactly the same.
Right, which makes you think that maybe they weren't all equally involved in what happened.
And their bail was set even higher, right?
Yeah, and $5 million for each of them.
Wow, that's a big difference.
It really is. It makes you wonder why the discrepancy. Was it because the court saw them as more likely to run away? Or was there something else going on? These are all questions we'll be watching closely as the case progresses.
Definitely a lot of twists and turns in this story.
Yeah, and we're just getting started.
This whole thing really makes you think.
Yeah.
It goes way beyond just what's happening in court.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, there's the whole public opinion side of things and those accusations from the government. You can't just ignore that.
What about Portable's reputation? I mean, how much damage has this done already?
It's hard to say, but it can't be good. And, it's easy to get caught up in all the celebrity drama, but we have to remember the victims in this case, too.
Right, the town planners.
Exactly. Those 3 guys, they were just doing their jobs.
And now they're dealing with the aftermath of this alleged attack. It makes you think about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
What kind of message does this send when someone with so much influence, like a celebrity, seems to act without any consequences?
It raises serious concerns about, is the law applied fairly to everyone? And what about the people who are supposed to enforce the law? Are they doing their job properly?
Especially when it's someone like Portable, a well-known musician.
Yeah.
If people see him getting away with stuff, it could make them lose trust in the whole system.
It's a slippery slope.
Okay, so let's talk about the legal strategy here. Both Portable and his associates have pleaded not guilty. What does that mean exactly?
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean they're saying they're innocent. It's more of a procedural thing. It means the burden of proof now falls on the prosecution.
So it's like a legal chess match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The defense and the prosecution are going to be going back and forth trying to outmaneuver each other, and the stakes are high. For Portable, a conviction could mean serious jail time.
Plus the damage to his career, his finances, everything.
Even if he doesn't go to prison, the consequences could be devastating. Legal fees alone can be crippling. And then there's the impact on his ability to make a living.
It's hard to imagine him getting endorsements or booking shows after all of this.
Yeah, this incident could really define his career, and not in a positive way.
And those associates of his, their bail was set even higher than Portable's. What's up with that?
Well, the judge might be looking at things like their criminal history. Do they have any prior offenses? Or maybe their connections to the community? Are they considered a flight risk?
So there are a lot of factors at play.
Yeah, and the judge is also going to consider the specifics of their alleged involvement in this whole thing.
So a lot of unknowns and a lot of potential things that could influence the outcome of this case.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it so interesting from our perspective as observers. We're looking for clues in the evidence and the arguments that both sides are making, and of course, any potential plea deals that might come up.
We're kind of like detectives in a way.
In a way, yeah. We're trying to piece together the puzzle.
This case gives us a glimpse into how the legal system works, the weirdness of celebrity culture, and of course, the human stories that unfold when those two worlds collide.
It's crazy, right? Like, this whole thing with Portable really makes you think about celebrity culture. Yeah, it's like its own world sometimes. Like a different set of rules.
It's like there's this idea that if you're famous, you can get away with anything.
And that can be really harmful, not just for the celebrities, but for their fans too. Especially young people who might see them as role models.
So it sets a bad example. Like, it's okay to break the rules.
Exactly. It normalizes bad behavior. And that can have consequences for everyone.
So how do we change that? How do we make sure celebrities are held accountable?
It's tough. I think it starts with promoting good role models and encouraging fans to think critically.
So like teaching people to separate the art from the artist.
Exactly. You can enjoy someone's music without condoning their actions.
It's important to remember that celebrities are just people. They make mistakes. Yeah. And they should be held accountable just like anyone else.
No one is above the law.
But that's easier said than done right, especially with social media and all the celebrity worship.
True. That's why cases like this one with Portable are so important. They force us to have these conversations about power and privilege.
And the consequences of our actions.
Do you think this will be a wake-up call for other celebrities?
I hope so. It would be great if they saw this and realized that fame doesn't last forever, but your reputation does.
But some people might just see it as another celebrity scandal and move on.
Yeah, it's hard to say what the long-term impact will be.
Yeah.
But even if it just makes a few people think about the responsibility that comes with fame, that's a good thing.
It's a reminder that we all have a role to play. We can choose to support people who use their platform for good and hold accountable those who abuse their power.
Well said. This deep dive has been quite a journey. We started with Portable's case and ended up talking about celebrity culture and the legal system.
It's been great exploring all these ideas with you.
And to our listener, thanks for joining us. We hope this has given you some food for thought. We'll be following this case closely and we'll keep you updated. But before we go, we want to leave you with one last question. What about the human cost of all this? We've talked about the legal stuff and the damage to Portable's career, but what about the emotional toll? How will he deal with all of this?
That's a really important question and one that often gets overlooked. Facing serious charges, dealing with public scrutiny, the possibility of prison, it can be incredibly stressful.
It's easy to forget that there's a real person behind all the headlines.
And the impact goes beyond just the individual. It affects families, friends, entire communities.
This case might be about one person, but it touches on so many universal themes. Power, responsibility, the choices we make. It's a reminder that we're all connected and our actions have consequences.
We're all part of a larger web.
Well said. It's been great discussing all this with you and our listener.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious. Please ensure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time.
Okay.
And then